We've got mixed doubles open, the gold medal match here between the Clemmers, newly married, Troy and Kristen Clemmer, against Ava Kalist and Richard Livornese. So we're going to have 0-1. Great Ernie. I should think about doing an Ernie count for Richard. I don't know if I would be able to keep up with it though. We're in probably double digits at this point. Wow, I tell you, oh, Rich is walking away from that. He said, all day, that felt good. I tell you what, that boy hits the ball really hard. That was never coming by. Kristen and Rich went toe-to-toe a couple times. Oh my gosh, Ava. So earlier, Kristen battled Rich heads up in hands battles and came out on top, I think 3 times consecutively. It was really amazing to see. She did such a great job. Great job, Ava. 5-6-2. Another come on from Mrs. Clemmer. Kristen, of course, as I mentioned, she got gold yesterday in women's doubles open, and this is Ava for the weekend. So we've got some hardware. And as we know, pickleball is a game of runs, so who knows if this will spark a little something here. That's all it's taking, 1 point to start the momentum play. Cross-courting. Wow. Nice shot. Wow. This time. Wow. Another read, this time by Troy. And Richard yelled at himself. He said, stop doing that. What? Oh my gosh. Wow. There it is. All right, that's one for the highlight reel, right?
Welcome to Pickleball is Life. If you like these videos, all I ask is that you please press the red subscribe button on the bottom right. It won't cost you anything. Here's our sponsors for the South Jersey Pickleball Open.
Good. Hey everybody, this is Christy Barker coming to you live again from the South Jersey Open, and we have an exciting match for you. We've got mixed doubles open, the gold medal match here between the Clemmers, newly married, Troy and Kristen Clemmer, against Ava Kalist and Richard Livornese. So we're going to have a great matchup for you today. These two teams met earlier today in the winner's bracket final, and this will be their second matchup. Earlier, Kristen and Troy were able to walk away with the win. So Ava and Richard, I know, are excited for a little bit of a get back. We're going to see how they do the second time around. Looks like Andy Jones, our head referee, is getting everybody huddled together on the court, getting everybody ready to go. Beautiful day for some pickleball. Those of you who haven't been out at the courts this weekend, it's been perfect conditions. Very minimal wind, a little bit of overcast, not too much sun, about 60 degrees. So it's cold enough for us sitting to the side that we're shivering a little bit, but perfect temperature for players on the court. So we're going to have some great pickleball action coming your way. Stay with us the whole time. I'll be giving you the play-by-play as we move forward. Complimentary live streaming today from Brian Straley. We are appreciative of him of being able to get this live stream and commentary coming to you today. So going to be a good match. Stay tuned with us. Denise Donald really wanted to thank all of the volunteers, the referees, everyone behind the scenes who's been doing great work at making sure this production can come to life today. So thank you to everyone from Denise Donald. Our other tournament director, Nick Pauschek, wanted to give a shout out to his new granddaughter. He's a granddaughter, first grandchild who's 6 weeks old, was here at the courts yesterday, but he's really excited to his granddaughter to be here. Who's actually named Ava, just like our player here on the court today. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, quick side out. 0-0-1. All right, great Ernie. I should think about doing an Ernie count for Richard. I don't know if I would be able to keep up with it though. We're in probably double digits at this point. Wow, great serve by Troy. That was probably an inch inside that back line. Really well placed. 1-0-2. Great drive there. 2-0-2. I see a question here from Fran. Who's playing the 3.5 gold? I apologize. I don't know the answer to that. I don't have that bracket pulled up. I should be able to pull that up in a little bit of time. This here, what you're witnessing right now, is the gold medal match for our mixed open, which is a 4.5 plus bracket. So this is mixed open gold medal match. This is best 2 out of 3. Ava and Richard are the ones joining us from the losers bracket or the opportunities bracket. Troy and Kristen are here from the winners bracket. What that means for us is if Troy and Kristen win this best 2 out of 3, then the game is done. If Ava and Richard are able to defeat them this time around, then that would force another game to 15. So if Ava and Richard win, we'll be looking at another game. Troy and Kristen win, that'll be all said and done for us here today. 1-2-2.
The Mason, Nancy and Barry. Jackie,
good
Mike
drop
the Mason,
there.
Nancy and Barry. Court 10.
Got Kristen has the ball. 2-1-1. Serving to Richard.
Court 11. Hannah.
Good
Mike,
pickup by Kristen, but it just popped
Jess
up a little bit
and
too
Kristen.
high.
Court 11.
Really good height for Richard. He
Hannah,
probably appreciated
Mike,
that
Jess
pop up there.
and Christian.
You guys losing there. I'm going to make an announcement. So that's making you guys lost.
Troy engaged in a little bit of a hand battle. Richard pops it just out the back. 3-1-2. Ooh. Kristen's face on that one. She wants it. 1-3-1. The amount of spin that I can see coming off of the serve and the serve return. Just nuts how much spin these guys are putting on that ball. 1-3-2. Great drop, Ava. Oh, just out. But let me tell you how much they've been such a strategic play by Kristen. Great idea. Just a little off on the execution. Another point. Ava and Rich putting some tallies on the board there. 3-3-2. Good recovery off the net. Okay. Cross-court dancing. Let's see who mixes it up first. And that is Kristen, and it is effective.
Nice shot, Kristen.
Matt Kravitsky. This is Christy Barker here commentating. Good to see you. Good leave by Ava and Richard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
3-3-2. Ooh, good spot. Way to find feet. Again, that's so effective. Like when you're trying to put the ball away, you don't necessarily always want to go at somebody's body. Sometimes feet is the better play. baskets. All right, we're back to cross-court dancing. We're going to see which of these ladies mixed it up first. Staying pretty consistent. And it's Kristen again, and that time it didn't work in her favor, but I love that she's looking for that line. A little bit of a controversy there. Rich tried to stop play in the middle. I think he might have heard something or felt that maybe the score was wrong. Yeah, Andy, the head ref, is telling him can't stop play like that. I think he thought the score was wrong or the wrong server. He did try to catch it before he served, but it all worked out. 4-3-2. Richard's saying, let's shake it off and let's just keep moving forward. Wow. I tell you, oh, Rich is walking away from that. He said, all day. That felt good. I tell you what, that boy hits the ball really hard. That was never coming back. Way to find the middle. All right, Rich is getting a little hyped here. This is, I think, the first time we've seen Rich get hyped today. It's been kind of a calmer, quiet day from our players today, but we're getting a little hyped. It's good to see. Ooh, just fell short there. 4-3-2. Rich is serving to Kristen. Great dig, Ava. We got a switch going, maybe? Rich couldn't see where Ava is. Back to cross-court dancing. Who will it be? It's been Kristen the last few times. Oh. That was a good play by Ava. Just the execution. Again, the idea is so smart. 3-4-1. Great job by Rich. He set up the first shot well, got the pop-up, and then was ready for that counter.
Come on.
Wow, way to see that, Ava. Yep, she saw that back door there. 4-3-1. Troy got involved there. Rich stepped in. In the earlier matchup, when we had Kristen and Troy play Ava and Rich earlier today in the winner's bracket final, Kristen and Rich went toe-to-toe a couple times. Oh my gosh, Ava. So earlier, Kristen battled Rich heads up and hands battles and came out on top, I think 3 times consecutively. It was really amazing to see. She did such a great job. So Rich is really being tested, or was being tested earlier, by what Kristen can do. Great defense. Wow. I was a little bit quiet on that point because, oh my gosh, what is there to say? I mean, it's speaking for itself. These 4 players are so skilled. The resets, the strategy, it's great pickleball. Just out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just glad we were able to
3-6-1.
do it. Yeah.
Great job, Ava. She saw it again. She saw Troy creeping in the middle, and she decided, okay, now's the time to trigger pull and go to his line. And that's going to be the play. Until Troy adjusts, Ava needs to keep hitting that shot. Teamwork makes the dream work. I think Richard and Ava both hit that one. Timeout, an offensive timeout from Rich and Ava. smart strategy to do an offensive timeout every now and then. 6-3-1. Ava and Rich with the momentum. And again, earlier today in the winner's bracket final, it was Troy and Kristen that walked away with the win. Trying to look up what their scores were. I believe it was, I don't have it readily available, but it was pretty decisive. Troy and Kristen walked away, I think it was 4 and 5 points that we got from Ava and Rich. So I know Ava and Rich have got to be feeling really good to be able to put this many points on the board and really make Troy and Kristen think about what they're doing. Looks like they're having a bit of a talking timeout right now. So they are continuing to talk strategy. Even though what they're doing right now is working, they're continuing to talk strategy and to be ready for whatever comes next.
The main desk. We've got a lovely lady here looking for you.
Time is in, 6-3-1. Wow. Rich tried to stop himself on the kitchen line, but hit the ball out and fell in at the same time. 6-3-2. Wow. Kristen just did the same thing to Rich that Ava has done to Troy. She found that sideline.
Jane and Ken.
She is trying to keep
Court
Rich
13,
honest.
Magnolia,
Great play.
Jonathan, Jane, and Ken.
Next time you see Rich at the kitchen line, watch his reach. It's just amazing how far over the kitchen line he is leaning to be able to attack some balls that other people, again, might otherwise bounce. And that's a come on from Kristen, of course, because she just went heads up again and did some good damage there. Wow, just out. But a good look. That was pretty powerful. One-handed backhand. Went out the side. 5-6-2. Another come on from Mrs. Clemmer. The newly married Clemmers. This is their first tournament as a married couple. I think they're both pretty proud of each other in their performance for today. Yep. That worked really well. Side out, and Ava and Rich get the ball back, but that was a great run from Kristen and Troy to get the score a little bit closer. And a pair of sevens. We're tied back up. Oh, little miscommunication there. Well, not miscommunication. Rich wanted to let it go. He thought it was going out the back, but by the time he let it go, it was a little too late. 7-7-2. Yeah, both Ava and Rich didn't see what happened there. Just watching the replay. Can't really tell from the replay either if that was in or out, but it was close enough and couldn't call it clearly, so ball was given back. Second server. 7-7-2 on Kristen's paddle. Oh, again, not by much, and that was a great adjustment. It's always hard to adjust to those balls that bounce off the net. No matter how skilled you are, it just still throws you for a loop every time. Great point construction. Ava did the setup so well. Created a shot for Richard to be
Court
able to put
12,
away.
we're still waiting for Carrie, Bob, Steph, and Evan. Evan, where are you? Go to court 12 before you forfeit.
Oh.
Never mind, you're there. Bye.
Good idea with the lob. I like the lob coming out of that.
No, not really.
Troy was just ready for it.
Oh, Bob and Carrie Davis. You're
8-7-2.
still on court 12.
Good resets. Patience. And we're back to neutral. Oh, Rich tracked that one. He wanted to get himself into that play. He said, I want to play too. 7-8-1. Deep return. Solved the trick. 7-8-2. 8-8-2. Oh, another bit of reach in there. Rich is talking to himself. 9-8-2. Side out again. Okay, 8-9-1. Just had a bit of a miss hit. Never happened. 8-9-2. Oh, Rich found that hole there. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but Rich is having one heck of a weekend here. He got bronze in open singles on Friday. That was a 24-man draw. Gold in men's open doubles yesterday. So Rich collected a lot of hardware this weekend. That's a great play. Oh, great play there. So Rich has collected a lot of hardware, and of course he's going to walk away with hardware from this match. It's just a matter of which color he's getting, gold or silver. But he's had a really successful weekend. This is Ava's first event this weekend. Oh, there it is. Ava and Rich take the first game, which is a big win, big comeback. Again, these two teams met in the earlier winners bracket final. Troy and Kristen came away with the win there. Rich and Ava really wanted this one, so that's a big win to walk away with this right here. That was 11-9. We're gonna switch sides and we're gonna go back again. We're gonna see what these two teams can do this time. Troy and Kristen are coming over to this side, and looks like we've got a little bit of quiet talk right now. Definitely very calm. They don't seem rattled or worried. Ava and Rich seem a little bit more hyped, a little bit more energy on that side. So we'll see what the future is going to hold for this game in just a minute. I mentioned Rich is having a really good weekend. Troy and Kristen are also having a really good weekend. Kristen got gold yesterday in women's open doubles. Troy, he also placed, and I believe in both singles and men's open doubles. I think he got silver in men's open doubles, and I apologize, I don't know if he got gold or silver in singles, but he's had a great weekend as well. Conditions are absolutely beautiful here. It looks like the sun is creeping out. It's a little bit stronger than it was earlier. A little bit of wind, but only very slight, like 5 miles an hour or so. Very good conditions. And here we go, 0-0-2. Quick side out. Ava serving to Kristen, 0-0-1. Good resets, and then a step in by Rich. That was a clinic. Reset, reset, and then partner stepped in and put it away. Really pretty. Ooh. 1-0-2. Imagine this game, if I'm a betting person, I bet this one's going to be really close as well. I think we're just going to kind of chip away at it. Rich is being very skillful and calculated with how and when he inserts himself into this play. He's coming over a lot, but Troy and Kristen are playing a little bit more to Ava, and then Rich is being smart about when he steps in, just like that. They were playing on Ava's side, but Rich decided he wanted to play, so he just went ahead and took care of that. Great play. Oh, good exchange. I'm telling you, Kristen has gone head-to-head with Rich several times today and has come out on top several of them, and that's just a compliment to Kristen's strength and her skill with that. It's just been really cool to watch her go head-to-head when I think a lot of other women might be intimidated by that. Good defense. 0-2-1. Oh, good spot by Ava. She walked away with a smile after that one. She got a little smile on her face, feeling good about how that play went. 0-2-2. Yeah, just outside. Wow, good hands, Troy. That's just moving so quick. They're just all four so skilled with this. 2-0-2. Oh, yeah, Kristen's got a smile on her face that time. It's her turn to smile. That was beautiful. She pushed Ava out wide, got the pop-up right down the middle. 0-2-1. All right, we're back to cross-court dancing. Who's going to be the first to mix it up? Oh. Yeah. It was the right one. Snapping that wrist a little bit more. 0-2-2. It's a good hold. 2-0-1. Another quick point there. 3-0-1. And it looks like we had a question about the men's doubles match. I'm looking that up. So just to correct myself, Troy got silver in men's open on Friday and got silver in men's doubles. And let me look and see if I see the winner of men's doubles open so I can tell you who Rich played with. So men doubles, Richard played with a guy named Jesse Novalis, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but Richard took gold in men's doubles with Jesse Novalis, and silver went to Troy Clemmer and Stephen Henricks.
She's my new partner.
So both of these guys have had a really stellar weekend. Kristen, of course, as I mentioned, she got gold yesterday in women's doubles open, and this is Ava's first event for the weekend. So we've got some hardware on the court right now. 3 of these 4 individuals already have hardware in their collection, and the only reason that the 4th one doesn't is because she didn't play women's this weekend.
Court 14.
1-5-2.
Mel, Brett, Laura, and Peter. Mel, Brett, Laura, and Peter. Court 15.
And a little bit of a miss hit.
Grace, Gary,
5-1-1.
Grace, Gary, Jenny, and Tony. Court 15.
Good deep return. Teamwork there from Kristen and Troy. And we're back to some cross-courting. These ladies can do this for a little bit of time, so let's see how. Oh, Kristen hit that really sharp in the middle. Ava tried to respond, just didn't come out in her favor. And Kristen tried to go for that line, just a little bit of a low shot. Ball's on Ava's paddle, 6-1-2. A little bit outside, and Ava does the ATP just for good measure, but it looks like it was out. We got 7-1-2. Ava serving to Kristen.
Okay.
Good inside out shot from Kristen there, and that set that up for a side out.
Oh, for mixed doubles. Randy Hubert.
1-7-1.
Hubert. Silver. Wendy Massey. Troy Massey. For bronze, Michelle Boynton and Rob Boynton. Mixed doubles, 3.0, age 50.
So Kristen tried to sneak it behind Rich again there, but Rich was ready and quick.
You're our first big winner.
I agree, that's the right play though. I like how Kristen's playing. I want to take a page out of her book. All right, that was a great hold for Rich and Ava. 7-1-1.
John Donald, we need you at the medal stand quickly for pictures. John Donald, we need you for pictures.
Just a little bit out. Curious if we might see a timeout here soon from Troy and Kristen. 8-1-1. Ooh. Both these guys are ready. The net. 8-1-2. So much spin from the slice Troy has on his returns. Like, the serves that are coming over are very strong serves, but the way that Troy slices it puts so much more spin on it. I didn't think there could be any more. Great drive. 1-8-2. Good spot there. I'm trying to think, if I'm Kristen and Troy right now, I don't know what I would do differently. I know that there's been a few pop-ups that Rich has really capitalized on. So of course you want to keep it low. We know that, of course, at this level, that's something that's pretty standard, but I don't know if they need to play to Richard a little bit more so that they can control him. Oh, that's a nice cut. Oh, and that was out. Nice try for an ATP there from Ava. 1-8-1. And here we go. Troy and Kristen were able to add a tally mark there, 2-8-1. And as we know, pickleball is a game of runs, so who knows if this will spark a little something here. Sometimes all it takes is just 1 point to start the momentum swing. All right, back to our cross-courting.
Gary and
Wow.
Grace Renaro.
Nice shot.
Gary and Grace Renaro.
Great. 3-8, and we have a timeout from the receivers, Ava and Rich. So this is our gold medal match for mixed open at the South Jersey Open. Kristen and Troy are coming from the winner's bracket. So if they were to win this 2 out of 3, it would all be done. If Ava and Rich win this 2 out of 3 series, then that's going to force our final game to 15, as they are the ones coming from the opportunities bracket. These two teams met earlier today, and Kristen and Troy came out on top pretty decidedly. But Ava and Rich were able to, I think, talk on their downtime and come up with some strategies to be able to face Kristen and Troy a little bit better, and they are executing very well. They won the first game here 11-9, and they are up, of course, right now 8-3. So we will see if they can finish this game out, get us to that game to 15, or if Kristen and Troy are going to have an answer for them here. All right, looks like Andy Jones, our head ref, is going to call us time back in. 3-8-1. Wow, good spot. When he gets up to that line, he controls the point really well. Rich does, that is. When he gets up there, he can decide what he wants to happen. A little bit of wind. Great defense. Oh, that was great defense by Kristen. A little bit of wind right now. I can feel it a little bit. It's been less than 5 miles an hour all day, but right at this moment I can feel a little bit of wind that I haven't felt yet today.
Yes, I know, me too.
These two girls could do this all day long, so let's see who's going to disrupt it first. And it looks like Kristen was. She saw a shorter dink by Ava and took advantage. Eight, 3-2. It's a good hold for Kristen and Troy to make them hold and not allow them to score any points. Really was needed right there. 3-8-1. That's a good serve by Troy. Troy was hitting the serves so deep earlier today that Ava literally had her back pressed against the cage, serving so deep, which makes it really hard for you to get your momentum to lean into it. All right, and we're back to neutral. Great response by Ava. Ava read that middle shot that Kristen's been doing on the last few plays. Ava responded that time. Good leave. Goes out the back. 8-4-1.
Okay, court 7. Chris, Timothy, Andrea, and Chiz. Chris, Timothy, Andrea, and Chiz, court 7. Court 8.
Good decision to lob there. We haven't seen too many lobs today. And right now, as I mentioned, with the wind going a little bit, kind of risky to lob, but that worked out really well. That one goes out the back. Richard's smiling at himself, kind of shake that one off. 9-4-2.
Court 14. Mel Fink.
All right, let's see what Kristen and Troy can do.
Laura Feeney.
4-9-1.
Court 14. Meryl Fink.
Wow. That's so pretty. If you watch that back, the way that Troy held his paddle, he held it still, so you couldn't tell where he was going to go or what he was going to do with it. And at the last minute, flicked it in that back corner. Good hand exchange. All four of these players are so skilled at the net. They are all ready for the patient dinking or the quick speed ups. That's a nasty drop.
From the NFL, these scores are in. San Fran and
All
Atlanta,
right, I think we've got
14. New England and Cleveland, 3-3.
9-5-1.
Jacksonville leads Indianapolis, 14-3. Minnesota 7, Miami 3.
Bit hard right there with the lob, with the sun in Kristen's eyes. I mean, she responded to that lob pretty well. But not only do we have a little bit of wind, the sun is brighter than it has been all day, so that could be playing a factor as well on this side that's closest to us.
Sucks.
All right, we've got 5-9-1. That's a good put away. Kristen started that, was able to set it up nicely for Troy to put it away. 6-9-1. Wow, look at this exchange. Great
Winners
job.
from courts
And we get
1
another
and court
another
6.
point there.
We need your
7-9-1.
scores. Winners from
Rich
1
and
and
Ava
6, please
had
bring
Troy
your
and
scores
Kristen
to the
down
scores table.
8-3, 9-4, and we've got a little bit of a comeback now. Oh, good leave by Ava. So looks Troy and Kristen are a little bit of a run here. Ooh, that almost dribbled the other way. All right, Rich and Ava get the ball back. 9-7-1. It's all right. That's why we get 2 serves, right? 9-7-2. Oh, nice try on defense there. Excellent hold for Kristen and Troy. That was very big to hold that Ava and Rich at 9, not let them score anything. Seven, 9-2. Great defense. Wow. Great defense from Kristen. And another offensive timeout. I love that strategy, by the way. I love a good offensive timeout. 9-7-1. It'll be Richard serving to Troy. They've been stuck on 9-7 for, I think, at least 1 rotation. It might be 2 rotations that they've been stuck on 9-7. So it's a good time to use an offensive timeout and see if they can mix things up. Really decide what they're going to do. Just take a deep breath and see how they're going to execute to get themselves just that tally mark from 9-10. Like I said, the sun is creeping out. It's been overcast all day, but the sun is now shining brightly, which plays a factor, of course. A little bit of wind. It's about 60 degrees. It's chilly for those of us sitting to the side, warmer for those on the court.
Okay, a medal match.
Ava
on court
and
6.
Richard won the first game. Best 2 out of 3. Ava and Richard won that first game. Kristen and Troy are the ones, though, coming from the winner's bracket. So if Ava and Richard walk away with this win, we're going to have another tiebreaker game to 15. We'll see what happens here. Looks like time is in. 9-7-1.
Court 6 for the medal match.
Oh, good close by Richard. 10-7-1. This is match point. Wow. Great defense and good close. Ava and Rich take it. 11-7. We're not done yet, folks, so please don't go away. The gold medal match is not done yet at this time. What this means is we're gonna have our last game to 15, so you cannot go anywhere yet. Do not think that this is over. We've got a whole nother game of good pickleball to play. Kristen and Troy are coming from the winner's bracket. Being that Ava and Richard just upset them, we're going to have a last game to 15, and that'll be a winner-takes-all scenario. It is double elimination. Kristen and Troy have to lose twice to get silver, so let's see if Ava and Richard can get another win in, or see if Troy and Kristen are going to talk it out, decide on a different strategy, and come back and win this last game to 15. I believe this is really anybody's game. The way that the way that Rich and Ava are playing right now, they're really on fire. They're doing all things right. Rich is saying, yep, that was a better showcasing. Rich and Ava played against Troy and Kristen earlier today, and Troy and Kristen walked away with the win. Rich and Ava are having fun now and playing always having fun. They had fun even when it was earlier today, so that's not a worry. But Rich and Ava are definitely feeling it right now. They're in their groove. So they are hungry for this last game to 15. Troy and Kristen, though, they're maybe arguably the best mixed pair in the area, if not in New Jersey. I mean, they're very strong and they have a great reputation, and they won't take this lightly. I know that they are ready for a comeback. So this is anyone's game. It's going to be exciting to see. Thank you all for tuning in. This live stream is compliments of Brian Straley. He was able to make this come to fruition for you all today. So big shout out to Brian. Another shout out to Nick and Denise, our tournament directors. This is the South Jersey Open, and this is for animal awareness and animal adoptions, which are all good things. Furry friend awareness in support of the Gloucester County Animal Shelter. So we've got some donations going their way today, which is awesome. We're in beautiful Sewell, New Jersey, at a great venue, James G. Atkinson Memorial Park. We've got 6 dedicated courts. And it looks like probably 8 tennis courts that have all been converted to pickleball courts. So we've got several courts here going. It's our 3rd day of the South Jersey Open tournament play. And it's been a great weekend, really beautiful up here. This is Christy Barker. I see some people I know on here. I see Catherine Gillis and Penny Packer, Carly. It's good to see you all tuning in. Thank you all for joining the live stream. We're so happy to have you all here with us today. So thank you for tuning in. This is our mixed open doubles match. This is 4.5 plus. We've got Ava Kalist and Richard Livornese taking on Troy and Kristen Clemmer. This is actually their first tournament as a married couple. I don't know if anybody saw, but they got married last weekend in, I think, what was probably the first pickleball wedding, which is really exciting. So Mr. and Mrs. Clemmer are there on the far side, hoping to walk away with a gold for their first tournament as a married couple, which is pretty neat. So we just had Ava and Richard defeat Troy and Kristen in the best 2 out of 3, forcing this last game to 15. And it looks like time is in. This Andy Jones, our head tournament referee, is getting us started here. We're going to be 0-0-2 in just a moment to see which winner will take all in this 1 game to 15. And here we go. Quick side out. I know both teams are hungry for this. 0-0-1. Wow. Great put away by Rich there. His hands are so quick. 0-0-2. Ooh. Popped off the net there. Those are always hard to return, hard to adjust
Peter
to.
Cohen, you were being paged to court 14.
Results in a
You
point
will
for Troy and
forfeit if you
Kristen.
don't get there quickly. Laura Feeney and Peter Cohen, court 14.
Another quick side out. 0-1-1. Oh my goodness, Ava. Great defense there. Can't say she didn't give her all for it. She is ready to lay out for these balls here. Good net play here. All 4 players so skilled. Ooh, Kristen wants that one back. A little bit of cat and mouse going on there at the kitchen. Great pickup. And we're back to doing some cross-court dancing with the ladies. Let's see who's going to disrupt it first. Kristen does. Wow. And Rich went for a lob there, and Kristen responded very well. We say lob is a little bit riskier. We've got the wind going a little bit. We got the sun shining. Lob is a little bit riskier. I like the idea, but Kristen was just ready. Another quick hands play there. We should have 1-1-2 on Kristen's paddle. Kristen serving to Ava. We got some smiles on this side of the court, which I like. We've got Ava and Rich with some smiles on their faces. They're feeling good. Earlier today, when they met Kristen and Troy in the winner's bracket final, Kristen and Troy walked away pretty decidedly. It was pretty significant difference in score there, and it was not reflective of the play. The play was great, but the scores were pretty decisive. So I know Rich and Ava wanted to come back and get this one. So the fact that they won the 2 out of 3, they're feeling pretty good. they're really pleased with how they've come back to face Kristen and Troy this time. Great cross-court drop. Wow. Another read, this time by Troy. And Richard's yelling at himself. He said, "Stop doing that." Let's see if Rich adjusts that a little bit. Wow. What? What? Oh my gosh. Wow. There it is. All right, that's one for the highlight reel, right? We had a little bit of everything there. And a little bit of every emotion, I think, too. A little bit of triumph and panic and everything in between. Worked out. All right, another side out. And we're going to do a quick ball switch. Need to make sure our equipment is good. And we've got 2-1-1 on Ava's paddle. And just outside, yeah, they want to switch the ball back. 2-1-2. Oh, I love that play by Kristen. Excuse me.
Peter Cohen.
Wow, great drive by Troy. Just tipped the end of Rich's paddle.
MJ Strong, Scott Stronger, Melanie Fink, and Brett Kimmelman. Court 10, MJ Strong, Scott Stronger.
Oh my gosh. Wow. This defense is just amazing. I don't know how they got those. I do like the lob from the far side, you know, a little bit of a strategy. With the sun being in Rich and Ava's eyes, a little bit of a strategy from the far side to use that lob on that side. Just out of the back. 4-2-2. Ooh. Rich had it on his paddle.
Okay, Peter,
he wants that one back too.
Feeney, this is your last chance. Show up at the speaker's desk.
I'm curious if we're going to see a timeout here from Rich and Ava. They're deciding to roll with it for now, but it is 6-2-2, and this is a race to 15. Oh. Wow. I like Ava's decision there to try to go to Troy's backhand and try to beat him down the line. I think that's the right play. You know, looking for those opportunities where she can mix it up a bit. Just worked out in Troy and Kristen's favor. Okay, wow. Some power plays there by the Clemmers. Again, this is their first tournament as a married couple. They just got married last weekend, so this is their first one as Mr. and Mrs. Clemmer, and I think they're proud of each other right now. I think they're happy husband and wife at this moment. They have really come out strong this game. So again, these two teams saw each other winners bracket, final. That was Troy and Kristen's win earlier today. Then they are meeting here in this gold medal match, and Rich and Ava won the first 2 out of 3 match. And now we're in a race to 15. So this is just one game to 15. Winner takes all. And Troy and Kristen are up, of course, as you see, 8-2. So getting a little bit of a spread in points here. But those of you who have been playing pickleball, watching pickleball for a while, you know that this is nowhere close to being over. It is anyone's game. 6 points of difference really doesn't mean much in pickleball because anybody can come back. All right. Looks like Ava and Rich chatted for a moment in that side switch. Let's see what they can come up with. 8-2-1.
Court 9, Jane, Meg, Ken Dowman, Kimberly Brooks, Fred Hall. Court 9.
Got 9-2-1 on Kristen's paddle.
Ken Dowman, 9-2-2.
Excuse me, 9-2-2. I apologize.
Kimberly Brooks, Fred Hall.
Great defense. That was a great pickup by Kristen. 2-9-1 on Ava's paddle, and I know Ava and Rich want to get some points here. Let's see if we can change the momentum. Wow, that's a beautiful spot by Kristen. Two 2-9-2. Getting into some just out the back. All right, so we got a point there for the first time in a while for Richard and Ava. 3-9-2. See if that changes the tides a bit. Great drop. We're back to cross court in a little bit with the ladies. Let's see who mixes it up first. We've been here a couple times before. And Kristen says we're done here. Great put away by Kristen. She was done cross-courting and she decided to put it away. Beautiful play.
If someone left a pink and white pair of glasses, guarding glasses for your eyes in the ladies' room, they're at the speaker's desk.
Good spot, keeping Rich honest over there. It's another point. 10-3, I believe on 2. Yep, oh, excuse me, 10-3-1.
Court 12, mixed doubles.
Ooh. Found feet again.
Buckler, Evan Werner.
Should be 11-3-1. Curious if we might see another timeout. Again, we had a little bit of a forced timeout at the side switch, but I wonder if Ava and Rich might want to regroup before this gets too out of control. Great job. That was great patience. Just keeping the ball low. That's all that we need to do. 11-3-2. Good defense by Ava. Great aggression by Troy and Kristen. They are definitely controlling these points. That one just happened to work out in Ava and Rich's favor. Rich is talking to himself a little bit on that one. He's telling himself, stop lobbing. All right, another side out. 11-3-1.
Steffi Blockler, Evan Werner. Go to court 15.
All right, we're back to the dance.
Go to court 15.
Ava mixed it up that time. Tried to throw it behind Troy. Oh, and that time Kristen tried to go behind Rich. It did not work out. Again, I like the looks, though. I like this idea of keeping the men here honest, trying to keep them on their side of the court. 11-3-2. Ooh. Be 3-11-1. Ooh, good exchange there. 3-11-2. Curious. Nope, no offensive timeout. I was wondering if they might do another offensive timeout here. Not this time. Wow, she found that hole again. That might be Kristen's, I was going to say, second best shot. I was going to say her backhand is probably her favorite shot, but I wonder if that's her second favorite shot. She executes that so well. Finds that hole in the middle. Good pressure by the Clemmers. 12-3-2. All right, Ava and Rich know that now would be the time to have a response. Wow. Good find. Kristen and Troy are definitely on a roll. They're not really stoppable right now. Ava and Rich need to figure out how they want to stop this. Wow. Great exchange. All four of those players getting involved in different ways. And it's any person's game. Every time the four of them come to that kitchen line, it really has been going both ways. Great defense. Oh. All right, we've got match point on Kristen's paddle. This would be the first win as a married couple. See what they got? Nope, not this time. We got 3-14-1. Rich serving to Kristen. We can string a few points together. Could be anybody's game. Oh. I mentioned earlier, Kristen has been going head-to-head with Rich in these hand battles and has come out on top quite consistently. She just didn't come out on top on that one, but she really has done a great job engaging. Most women, I think, would be a little bit intimidated to go heads up with Rich, but she has not shied away from it at all, which is really cool to see. 3 sets. All right, are we doing it? Are we cross-courting? No, Rich says no, we're not doing that. We're gonna put it away right here. All right, 6-14-2. Excuse me, I apologize, 6-14-1. I'm getting that mixed up. Way to find feet. Now we've got 6-14-2. A few more points for Rich and Ava would be good. Give it a little bit more of a comfort zone. See if Troy and Kristen are going to allow that. All right, we're cross-court dancing. Ball just went out. And an ATP from Kristen for good measure. 14-6-1. Match point number 2. Not quite. She's smiling, though. Kristen's got a smile on her face. She's having a good time. Match point number 3. Oh, and there it is. Point game match. Mr. and Mrs. Clemmer take the win. It's their first win as a married couple. It's awesome to see. They win this final game 15-6, which allows them to secure that gold medal. They're walking away with a lot of hardware this weekend. Kristen, of course, got gold in women's yesterday. She's got gold from today in mixed. Troy walked away with 2 silver medals this weekend as well. Very successful weekend for the Clemmers. We've got Rich and Ava, who also need to be very proud of how they played today. That was an excellent showing by them to come back from that loss in the winner's bracket final and to be here present in the gold medal match and take the first 2 games off of Troy and Kristen was a huge accomplishment. So both teams need to be really proud of themselves. That was some great pickleball, some great points for their highlight reel that they collected there. So we've got some more pickleball action coming to you in just a little bit, so please stay tuned. Thank you all for tuning in.
And if you want to support my channel, check out my shirts, hats, shorts, and sport towels available online at Etsy. Another way you can support my channel is to use the Amazon product links I have in the description of the video. There's no cost to you or added cost, or you can go to my Amazon storefront and select a product. And check out my pickleball venues Google map. There's a link in the description. Hey, if you like this video and want to help support my pickleball channel, we have Pickleball is Life t-shirts available in both V-neck and crew cut, in both dry fit and cotton, with sleeves, sleeveless, and women's racerbacks. I just got in new A4 blocked shirts with stripes down the side. For the fall, I just got in North End women's and men's Radar quarter zip performance long sleeve tops. And I have men's performance shorts available. I also have Pickleball is Life hats and sport towels. You can purchase them from me on the court, online at Etsy, or just Venmo me the money and I'll mail them right out. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, all I ask is that you please subscribe by clicking on the top left and share this video with your friends. If you want to see some other pickleball videos, they're here in the center. My other YouTube channel, Tesla Life, is on the bottom left. Check it out. My Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts are listed on the right. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.